might be unaware. All that matters to me is that you're always there. You let me in your world and show me that you care. You understand me, you let me be me. You understand me, and I wanna let you know. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute. Bells in my head, gonna dance everywhere. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute, so cute. And I wanna let you know. Stuck in those, I don't care. It's never ending, but there's hope somewhere. All that matters to me is that you're always there, checking up on me and show me that you care. You understand me, you let me be me. You understand me, and I wanna let you know. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute. Bells in my head, gonna dance everywhere. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute, so cute.
Hi. Queen, thank you for the sub. How we all doing? Feel the bird. Now see what I've got to do. How we all doing today? So sorry, the stream's was a bit late. I've been trying something out. I'll get into it a little bit later. Doing good? Yeah. Yeah, like I was in kind of two minds whether or not to stream today, but I just thought, you know what? I want to get back to VR. I want to start doing more of this. On this last. Feel the burn. But yeah, I thought, let's come to the beach. Bit of a fancy time. But yeah, basically all morning I have been trying to get my art tablet working. I've said for quite a while that I really, really, really want to start drawing again. And really, I do still kind of need a brand new one. That's what this is. Like, I really do want to try and get a new one for particular reasons. Like, sorry, but itchy. So basically, my current tablet is old, very old, and I just realized. Why did it close VRChat? Ah! I have no idea why it just closed VRChat. If you guys can even still hear me. I get to do one thing and all of a sudden just VR just goes nope. Nope. I didn't crash, it's it's just VR being weird. Give me a sec. Fortunately, my VR toolkit has crashed. Give me a second, start that back up. Why is it doing like this? Okay, that's still working at least. Oh, tech just is not on my side today. Here we go. Yeah, things just don't want to work. Running through this world. Ugh. That's better. Yeah, it's just one of those days for me, I think. Bam, bam. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I forget to do one thing and then all of a sudden VR just goes, nope. Hi, Rex. In my reach, choose possibility. Yep. For all that, I was just saying, been trying to get my art tablets working again. That might have actually been something to do why I just crashed. I don't know. Not a crash, but yeah, what I was talking about. Basically, my current art tablet is old. Very old. So old, in fact, it doesn't even support HDMI. So when I plug it into my computer kind of freaks out. Just like, what's going on? What is this terrible aspect ratio? So it's not exactly the easiest thing to use. It still works, it's just been very temperamental. But what I was trying to do was see if I bought some like converter cables, maybe I could actually get it to work that way. So that's what I've been trying to do. I bought some converter cables, plugged them in, started seeing like, okay, hopefully this works. So I can at least use it. And the answer is yes and no. Still haven't fixed this bangle. It disappears and then reappears. Like, I don't even see it. It appears on camera. So yeah, it's like I had to get these converter cables in order to try and get it running. Which it does, but the aspect ratio is still all messed up. Like it doesn't support 16:9 aspect ratio. So I've been like, I was trying to really like work around like, okay, what can it handle? Because like, it seems like the only aspect ratio it was allowing me to go with, I think it was 1280 by 720, which is one I've kept it with now. And the other one is literally just 4x3, you know, box. Well, I cannot use it like that. Yeah, I was kind of fighting that aspect ratio. Then there was the fact that when I had it active, when I went to go like tap on it with the pen, it would be controlling my mouse on my main monitor. Like no matter, even though the art tablet was showing its own screen and its own thing and everything, my mouse cursor would only be moving on my first monitor. So I was like, oh, for God's sake, why is it doing this? Luckily, I was able to get that figured out. Like, now it actually sticks to just tablet screen whenever I tap on it with the mouse, which is good. So I might try and do an art stream tomorrow, just to see how things go. Like, I still ideally really want a brand new one, just because, seriously, trying to find the graphics, trying to find the drivers for my current tablet was a pain in the ass. Because, like, you search it on the website and it doesn't come up. Because they stopped supporting it years ago. You have to, it was only when I started looking up websites did someone say, oh yeah, you have to look up this very specific code. Then it'll come up. It's like, who's going to know that? Ugh. So that was a pain to get working. Like, luckily, again, all that's working. My art program's working. It's stable. But I did say I really wanted to do a VRChat stream today, so. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do some art streams here and there, like, if it works. See what I doodle. Like, I'm not an artist, but I do like to doodle. But yeah, oh god. Also, I'm very uncomfortable right now because but I have to. I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's very itchy. Like it really rubs against my chest and it really itches. And no, I'm not taking my top off before anybody asks. Bum, 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 bum. Go back to that world I was in. Yes, my boobs do bounce when I move. Oh, so what my fault what the fault I was. But yeah, so that's been my day so far. Yeah, because I've just been seeing a lot of artists on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and like as much as yeah, I really want to commission a lot of them to create art. It was just getting me in the mood to start drawing again. Like I'm still very bad at drawing. Like I took an art course, but that's only just that was kind of just so it moved me onto graphic design. So that's like graphic design is where I really have been doing a lot of stuff. So I'm not again. It's like I don't. I'm not as good as like all the other artists you see as streamers. There's like I just draw for fun. Like I can't do shading to save my life. There's one thing I've never been able to do is shading. Like I can do line art, and I can do flat colors, but yeah, shading not my not my best point. So we'll see how things go tomorrow for that. I'll probably be using my PNG tuber because I'm not sure if my VTuber model will actually be able to pick up like, because I'm probably going to be like looking downwards a lot. I'm always freaks out like that. So I'll be kind of looking downwards, so the tracking on my VTuber model will probably keep getting lost. So yeah, I'll probably switch over to my PNG tuber. At least until I can figure out like a better way of doing things. Like tomorrow's just gonna be like a test to see what I can do. Also doesn't exactly help because I opened um Clip Paint. That's the program that I use for drawing. It's like, oh my god, I'd forgotten how much stuff is just on screen. Like it's a very cluttered interface. Ba -ba. Yes. Anyways, what have you any of you guys been up to anything? Like I'm sorry, by the way, I'm sorry yesterday Pummel Party kind of ended up getting cancelled. I still feel bad about that because I should have really tested the game first. But it's like you kind of expect things to just work, at least to some degree. But yeah, sadly it just wasn't having it. Like I had to very quickly download Gang Beasts just to get something. So like yeah, I could have just hopped into VR again, but I was just like, oh, I want to still have at least some multiplayer game going. And I just realized I never recalibrated. Oh, it's a weird angle, I know. Just gotta recalibrate. Very weird to do at this angle. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Headphone and enemies. I'm good. I'm glad then. So, because I didn't want to throw like another random game up. Yeah, I'm trying to decide on what game should replace Pommel Party. I've got a few options. So see how things go. Cause I have been kind of thinking like maybe constant multiplayer games isn't the best idea. So I'm in a few minds about it. I might have to like do like a Patreon poll on what direction people feel is the best one to go. Because I still want to do multiplayer streams, but I kind of feel like it's becoming harder and harder to get people involved. There's just like so few people who are actually interested in playing these games. It's like I can't even get most of my friends involved because it's just like they're not around. Even if I tell them like, hey, we're gonna be playing this at this time, dead silence. It's like, cheers guys, big help. So yeah, so we'll see. Like I'll probably start including single player games again. But I still want the focus to be on multiplayer. Like if I had a lot more active patrons and people actually being joining the streams and doing stuff like that, then maybe the multiplayer stuff would actually be better. But like I don't want to go back to the old system of like here's a selection of single player games, choose from this. I don't want to do that anymore because it was kind of becoming a bit draining, just like having small selection. Especially when it was just like everybody would just constantly vote for the same games over and over. Hi, look. How was your day? It's only gone 4 p.m. here. It's still a pretty reasonable time for me. Time zones, am I right? Wish I could be there, but for this month and next Thursday became a no-go for me around that time. That's fair enough. Like I said, I know it is um it is a difficult thing. Like people have different schedules and such. Like I try to arrange it at a reasonable time, but I know it's not always going to work. So yeah, so I do want to try and rework things. Like maybe a multiplayer game every other week. Like go single player, multiplayer, that sort of stuff. Or just allow the option to have like single player games included. I don't know. I'm gonna brainstorm things and um allow patrons to sort of choose what they think is the better idea. It's 6 p.m. here and I'm already sleepy. Damn. Yeah, I mean to be fair, in this kind of weather that we have here at least, um, it's very easy to get sleepy. There have been some days where I have just had no energy and I've just fallen asleep because it's just like the perfect weather. Like you just feel so drained. Like it happens. Eesh, I don't know. Thoughts and ideas. I get sleepy when I'm warm or hot. Exactly right. 'Cause like that, it just sort of happens. Like you just get very comfortable and you just like ah. It's like that's how I feel a lot of the time. It's just like I can't be bothered. Like I love the heat. I love warm weather. I love the heat, but yeah, it does still affect me. it's still very easy to get sleepy. Like I have to, like I've been had like a different setup today, just trying to keep myself cool. But unfortunately, it means like my hip track is kind of more loose. Ba, ba, ba. Move myself about. I would stream until 1 a.m. and then work up like 7 for work. Probably why I'm sleepy. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. God, I could never do that. Hi, devil. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it does seem a lot cooler than it has been recently today. But it's still like one of those really, really mentally draining days. I don't know. I also things like one of those days where people just don't want to be asked with anything. It is a mentally dead day. Just in general, because I mean it is a Friday, so it's like everybody's just kind of like ugh. Like school is over, work is over, weekend dead. Like I've kind of been losing track of the days recently because I've been getting dragged all over the place. So I'm just like, okay, what day is it today? It's like I almost forgot yesterday was meant to be a Patreon stream. Ba bam, ba ba bam, ba bam. Okay, I'm actually just looking at my friends list. Do you want to know how dead it is today for me? I have only, out of nearly like 200 friends, I have only 16, oh no, only 15 online. And only one of those is joinable. Everybody else is on orange. Or in a private world. That is how quiet it is today. Most of the people playing Mario. Yeah, I saw that Beaver and the others were playing Mario, and they didn't even bother to ask if I wanted to play. Nah, I mean, I doubt there would, David, but it's the fact that I would have to pay for like Switch Online to play. So, like, if I'd known in advance, then I could have actually gone and like picked up, like, even just like, set that up in advance. But you know, and if I saw what was your question? What? I don't think I saw your question. Kind of has to ask Beef to get into stuff, otherwise you don't like get invited. Kind of hard to know what's happening if he's not telling people about it. It's like you have to kind of alert people if you're going to be doing something. It's what I do when I'm trying to organize a collab. Yeah, but it's Beef. Exactly. I mean, we were saying this in the chill out the other day because Isa was saying that she's only got one functioning brain cell. And we were saying, oh yeah, it could probably take Beeves, but then we all agreed that Beeve only has half a brain cell. So I just want to send a passing out through Twitch. This is my escape. Running through this world. I'm not looking back. Yeah, I know. I am just in one of those. One of those. I don't know what's been going on recently. I just feel like it's been hard to organize anything with anyone. Like I try to organize something. People say, "Oh yeah, we'll be there. We'll join and stuff like that." Comes time to it, and no one they're nowhere to be seen. You try to alert people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this thing," and it's very obvious that they've muted notifications, so they don't actually see any of the messages. If that's the case, then why are you even there at all? And this isn't like, oh, I've got people in a in like my like me and he's like to chill out essentially. No, this is a collab setup server. A specific location to set up and organize collab streams. Or just to let people know, hey, I'm going to be playing this. Does anybody want to join? Why would you mute that? Like the whole point of being there is that you're actually open to playing these games. If you're muting it, then you're not going to be organizing anything, are you? Idiots. Now I feel so free. I don't know. I just kind of gotten bored of specifically going to people and asking like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Because so many times it's a case of I ask them, then it's either they say, oh no, sorry, I can't. Or they say, or they just blank, just they don't reply at all. Or they say yes, and then they don't show up. And when I ask them where they are, they again blank on me there. Like I have to serve it, but I don't serve the majority of the games. And that's fair enough, dude. That's fair enough if you don't own the particular games and such. But it's the ones who have said that they do own these particular games that we've organized events for, and they haven't even bothered to even say, "Oh yeah, I'll join," or "Sorry, I can't make it." Like it very clearly makes it seem as if they've just muted the server. At which point it just begs the question, why are you there at all? I know it seems just like I'm Ico. Speaking of someone who should be paying more attention to the collab server. How you doing? Here I am organizing all these events and you're just like, huh? What? How some people uncomfy when I was sending them pet hug emotes, that's why I ask. I didn't see it. I didn't see that message. The message like it's like I don't always get notifications elsewhere, you know. I always play the games I don't have, except golf. I don't like golf. Then buy more games. There's a Steam sale coming up. Buy more games. Get more multiplayer games. The fact that I know that many of the games that I have on like the Patreon list are so cheap that you can usually get them for like a couple pounds or dollars. Even in the Steam summer sale. So Fanboy, thank you for the follow. So excited for Fable? Hell yeah, Fable. So I have been a bit nervous. Well, thank you for the follow. Like if you saw my reaction video that's up on YouTube, by the way, I highly recommend, if you haven't already, please do go watch those streams. Like they're here on Twitch and they're also on YouTube. We did one for the Summer Games Fest and one for the Xbox event. Me and Purple were having so much fun with those. They are some of the most fun I've had in a long time. Putting all my faith into the game because I need the game. We need to see more though, because like even though the trailer was good and it's showed a good direction, we haven't actually seen actual gameplay. That's what's going to be interesting to see. Here's an edible cookie dough recipe. Okay. I mean, I do like cookies. Now I like because I'm in VR. Oh, you've said that now. You have to come here. Get your butt here. Yeah, you shouldn't have said you were in VR. You could have gone away with things then. Bam, ba, bam, ba, 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 ba. Ugh. I really wish I could use my other swimsuits on this avatar, but I can't because Twitch. Twitch do not like the other swimsuits. So I gotta be careful. So as I'm playing with some of my old gaming friends, everybody wanted to play, but none of them wanted to set up or show up to set up. Exactly. Exactly, blah. Like I love getting to actually interact with people. It's one of my joys of streaming to me. It's like interacting with others, especially here in VRChat. But we can't do that anymore. I genuinely laugh at the fact that during the lockdown, people in VR interacted so much. As soon as the lockdowns ended, we all kept to ourselves. Like the lockdown just swapped. That's the way I see it now. Ah, it's so weird. Ba, 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 ba. Dear God, I've got even less people online now. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I've now got only 12 people online. God, this is fun. I mean, things are returning to normal now. I mean, yeah, but like I say, it's just the fact that a lot of people we used to hang out with loads during the lockdowns, and never about now. Like they're still streaming VR or they're still appearing in VR chat, but they never want to interact with other people. That's what I'm getting at. Because like here I am on the beach all on my own, but unlike a lot of other people, I'm on green and I'm in a friend's instance. I mean, I don't know what to do, I guess. So I may as well get on. I mean, David, don't feel. I never want to feel like I'm forcing people to do stuff. It's just, like I say, it's just one of those things. Like, I like having people to talk to, I like having people to chat with. And it's just like, I am, I am open. People, come to me. Other people, no. I got new glasses, so I have an excuse to try them in VR. Hey, there's an excuse. Hi, Berto. Like I say, it's just one of those weird things where when certain people get online, everybody gets online. But when other people get online, they just can't be asked. I love getting past support roles in games because no one wanted to. I guess like that's me in a lot of like RPGs, like MMOs and such. I love being like in Final Fantasy 14. I love being like the white mage essentially. I love being the healer. That is my role in those types of games. Like I like being that. I love being support. But yeah, because it's like other people that can't don't want to. What are you doing in VR with this heat? Uh, beach. I'm doing okay, man. It's just one of those very quiet days. I played Final Fantasy 14 lately. Nope. I haven't played that in good God. Uh well over a year at least. I've always said if people want me to stream Final Fantasy 14, it's in the it's part of the Patreon. Like that is a Patreon goal to stream Final Fantasy 14. Like I don't mind it because I just want to get content done, but it would be nice to do something else at times. I can understand that. Free trial. Sadly, Rex, I'm well past the trial period. You should play with us. Yeah, but you got to play on a different server, and I don't want to swap servers. I like being on Moodle. Yes, I am on Moodle. That is my server. Here's the thing: if I reached the Patreon goal to stream Final Fantasy 14, I probably would look into getting like little a little Moogle in my colors. Ba, 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 ba. What the hell is that idiot doing? He's moving around. Sadly, not the speed of sound.
Shark. I'm not Sonic.
No, you are not.
Nice. It's a hot day.
Would it be Moogle called Kara or Kara called Moogle? Kara called Moogle.
What?
You know, just talk about Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, I stopped playing after a while.
Of course you did.
I can't afford it.
That's why I stopped
And
playing.
the free trial is I got stuck.
That's why I had to put
So
it.
we buy games, so I can't afford shit.
That's why I had to put playing it behind my Patreon, because it's just like I need enough money to pay for the subscription. If I didn't have to pay for the subscription, I probably would be playing it more.
Yeah. I forgot what I was. I think I was the only archer back then. And I got shit for choosing the fucking Neko class because it's like, oh, you're basic. I was like, no, I'm not.
I mean, obviously, I'm Mikote because I have a reason.
That's my reason too. I like my character in different games. I'm really. I wonder if there's character customization in Fable,
There should be.
or is it just like the main character?
I mean, it's like I've got so many questions about the new Fable. To be honest, yeah, because it's like the trailer does look really good, but it wasn't gameplay, so we don't really know what it's really going to be like.
It's gonna be like another 2 years until you get like gameplay or something.
Yeah. Yes, we were talking about Final Fantasy 14 Hollow. I'll try to get all the
Don't cheese that
crafters
code for me. Messed up.
60, except the crafters and gatherers. Then at some point get a subscription. Ew, who is that purple cat?
Hi Maya. It's because a while ago we were just playing Mario Kart. Blech.
Yeah, I was saying, I would have been up for playing Mario Kart if I'd known.
Oh, I'll tell you next time we're playing. Well, okay, hold on. I need to figure out how many people can join. It's only 8. Ugh.
You said slap and you were still counting with your fingers?
Well, I'm trying to figure out who was there at the time. Because Dan was supposed to join, but he didn't, wake up.
Yeah, you had Max. That's fair enough and everything. It's just like I have all these party games on Switch and everything. It's like I never get to play them. Especially because I know that if I was to try and organize something, nobody else would agree to play. Oh.
Can you make a Smash tournament with a bunch of other VTubers? I'll fucking dominate in that shit. I'm great at Smash.
Dies instantly.
I have people I can vouch that see me play.
I mean, we all have our own strengths.
Like 3 people. Have my strength of button mashing until I can win.
Yeah, I mean, like on Switch, I've got Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, Decapon Kingdom. I just got that. Oh, I really want to get around to getting the Mario Party games. It's just been money.
Thing I don't have right now. Money.
It's just a case of Nintendo very rarely put their games on sale.
Yeah.
So you always have to
already I'm like trying to exist with Mario with Switch games because I can't afford online anymore. So I'm like dreading for the day I lose it.
Decapon Kingdom on Switch. Yeah, it came out not too long ago. It's like, yeah, that I really wanted to play that because it was like, it seemed like a fun game. It's like, it's Mario Party,
Okay,
but
you're gonna need
with
this. You're drowning.
RPG.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah, like I was hoping it was gonna come to PC, but yeah, right now it's a Switch exclusive. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of games I really wanna.
I only have solo games for my Switch.
I mean,
Oh,
to be
well,
fair,
okay.
that's what most of the Switch games are. Which is kind
Let
of
me
funny.
rephrase that.
It's kind
My sister has all the games, and I take my sister's Switch.
Yeah, I just laugh at the fact that the Switch comes with 2 controllers, but most of the games are better in single player.
But don't you need both of the controllers to do movement and then I don't know whatever. I don't have a Switch.
I mean, I love the fact that the Switch just essentially gives you two controllers with the Joy-Cons, because it makes grinding levels in Hyrule Warriors insanely easy. I don't get that, because in Hyrule
which game was it?
in Hyrule Warriors, like, certain levels require you to play as particular characters, which sucks because most of those characters suck in general or are incredibly underleveled. So all you have to do is just activate one of the Joy-Cons to activate the second player, because the second player can play as any character. And it doesn't matter if you're playing it in single player or multiplayer for those levels, because it still counts. It still classifies as cleared.
Oh my god.
So it just begs the question, why limit the first player? I don't know.
You just reminded me that I need to grab my my friend gave me a 3DS, but it's broken, and I need to somehow fucking fix it.
Imagine still playing on
I
a
didn't
3DS.
ask for it, but like,
I still have my 3DS, but like the touchpad was fucked.
Yeah.
I like 3DS. What's wrong with it?
Yeah. I mean, look, I got lucky and got an Ambassador's 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'm keeping that as as good condition as I possibly can. I mean, I did, before the eShop closed, I did download like a bunch of games on it. But again, Nintendo being the dicks that they were, they knew they were closing the 3DS eShop. They didn't bother to put any games on sale. Ugh. It's like, what is the point of that? They may as well just made all the games on the eShop incredibly cheap just to say, okay, go at it.
Get it?
Why do you have 3 3DSs?
Make a 9DS right there if you have 3 of them.
But yeah, it's like, cause I did get, I got my 3DS just before the price drop. So I qualified for that like early adopters program. So I got like all the Game Boy and what was it, NES or SNES games?
NES, SNES.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got all of those, and then later on, like a couple of years later, Nintendo just emailed me and saying, "Hey, because you're such a good customer, do you want this exclusive 3DS?" I went, "Fuck yeah!"
An offer I cannot refuse.
Like, I do kind of regret going for the regular 3DS on that rather than the 3DS XL, because it was like, because I wanted the original, because I thought, you know what, I can then at least swap the faceplates about. I never bought any replacement faceplates.
I don't know. I don't like the XL shit. I like how they made them originally where they were smaller.
I think I just
Than
have
the
like a
bigger
regular
ones.
3DS. I don't even have an XL. I don't think they even existed back then.
Yeah, like the XL just came a bit later, but I was just like, when I
I think
was
when I
offered
bought
it, I
mine,
was
I
just
think
like,
it came with
eh.
Mario Kart 8. Well, not 8, but 7 or 6 or whichever, the 3DS version.
I think it was
I don't
7,
remember.
yeah.
It's not 8. I think it's 7.
8 is the Wii U Switch one.
Yeah, 8 is the Switch one.
I need to
I still
sneeze.
remember getting my world record on a map, but I'm pretty sure it's gone now.
Hey, at least you got a world record.
Yeah, like, I think it was time trials or whatever. Like, you could see who was like top and whatnot. Yeah. I don't even know if I own. Well, I have my 3DS, but I don't actually know where my Mario Kart is.
To be fair, I don't really know like what the criteria was for the ambassadors 3DS, for like who actually got sent the emails for it. So I like to think that maybe it was because I registered so many games back then, especially the Rainfall trilogy, because that was a big deal back then. Like, so I know
I'm trying to get people in here.
like I know I've mentioned it a couple times on stream, because it's like Rainfall games, for those who don't know, I can't remember, was the original Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. There were three RPGs that were gonna get released in Europe, but not in America. So of course America made such a big bitchy cry about it and created Operation Rainfall. Event like that actually did work, and all 3 games did, one way or another, come out in America. But Europeans like me, just to rub salt in the wound, I think, for a lot of Americans, if you registered all 3 games on Nintendo's website, those 3 games in particular, then Nintendo would send you a case of free special coins, which were like, had like Xenoblade's Last Story and Pandora's Tower markings on them. So yeah, I'm pretty certain they were never released anywhere else. But yeah, I think it's because I got that Nintendo were like, Yeah, they're serious about their games. Yeah, they were a really cool little collector's item. Probably not worth anything, to be honest, but they're still pretty cool to have on display.
Stretch. Ah. I'm stretching.
No stretch.
Why?
You must
Of course.
exercise.
Stretching, but
Why does that remind me of the Halo 3 thing? What was the Halo 3 thing? It's like, that doesn't ring a bell to me at all.
So I haven't finished the second Halo yet, so I have no idea.
You haven't... You've... In how many years?
I mean, I have the games, I just haven't done them yet.
I haven't even played a single Halo once.
In fact, I only got into the Halo series because of my sister, so...
It's so good.
Some people got their hands on Halo 3 early and got banned for life or something. Wow! And I mean, sometimes that happens though, because that kind of sucks. But it's like, I remember, like, twice I have ended up getting a game way in advance. One was Kingdom Hearts 3, which got a lot of people angry. Because I started being a bit cheeky and started putting tweets out about how I was feeling about the game.
Of course.
I'm pretty certain one of my friends still has me, they still follow me, but they have my tweets muted because I was tweeting about Kingdom Hearts 3. And the other was Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Like, I cannot even explain this. I literally put in the pre-order, like, I think, like, just like 2 weeks before the game released. Like, I was kind of like, yeah, but whether or not I should pre-order it. Put in a pre-order, and the game arrived just a couple days later. I think I had it like 11 days before it actually released. So, and I was like, I was working. I had to chip through it because I was working at the time, so I didn't have as much time as I would have liked to spend on it. But obviously, by the time the game actually released, people just flew past where I had gotten to.
My God.
So yeah. Can never finish that game. Are you talking about MGS5? I need to get back to Phantom Pain on PC. Because I really want to stream the games, but it's like I just can't be asked with unlocking everything. So I just want to do like a pseudo new game plus run where I just go through each mission. Like, not really paying attention to the story. I just want to play the missions. So I just want to get everything unlocked in my own time because I can't be asked with playing this slow, unlock system. Because a reminder, like in MGS5, you actually have to wait several hours for stuff to unlock. Like you set something to be made and you have to wait several hours for it to unlock. I'm just like, fuck that. I got stuck in a path where I had to steal a truck, but it was surrounded by super soldiers. I'm trying to remember what that mission is. It's like, oh god, I just remembered we're getting a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, aren't we? I almost completely forgot that exists.
Oh my god. Metal Gear Solid.
Like I'm wondering, because it's like they're also porting 1, 2, and 3 to modern formats as well, like the original versions, and I'm just like, I hope to God those ports are actually decent, because Konami do not have a good track record with ports. After Quiet, I think I can. I think I can remember. Like I say, it's been a while since I've gone back to it, so. uh, yeah, but yeah. But speaking of like all the game announcements and everything, I'm still laughing at the Persona stuff.
Chibi Persona game.
What's wrong with the GB?
Oh no, it's so funny that it went from like super anime to small chibi.
Have you not seen the Persona Q games?
No.
They've been chibi for years.
I just remember seeing Persona 5.
Level up!
Emmanuel, thank you for the ball. Yeah, it's like it was what was getting to me the most was like everything surrounding like the Persona 3 remake. Because it was like, I called that remake was gonna be a thing. But it was like everybody was kind of freaking out the fact that Xbox, it was gonna be revealed at the Xbox event. And like it was only when the Japanese trailer came out for it did they finally went, oh thank god it's coming to Sony. It's like Sega would be morons to make it an Xbox exclusive. Like I know Sega are crazy at times, but they're not that stupid. It's like, because I know like loads of people praise the Game Pass and everything, but I have a bit of a mixed feelings on Game Pass. Like, yeah, it's a great system, for to be able to play new games and stuff like that. But eventually, the games leave the service. Then you got to pay full price for the game, digitally, or pick it up physically. So in other words, you've paid more for the game. Because you've paid for the game physically or digitally. We've also paid for months and months and months of Game Pass in order to play it.
Banana, thumbs up.
Thank you for the bits. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. It's just like if I'm using Game Pass, I'm using it for games that I can't currently play on PC. Like the Fable trilogy. Rip what?
You mentioned Fable trilogy. I really thought of the chicken kicking shit.
I mean, it's good that they remembered to include that in the trailer. Because it's like, it's not Fable without chicken kicking.
It's very neat in the game and its lore of chicken kicking.
But yeah, like I'm still really wondering whether or not this new one is going to be treated as a reboot or is going to be like a soft reboot, like still technically taking place after the events of like Fable 3 and such, but they don't bring up those events.
Level up!
Fable 3, they gave him a fucking gun.
Tamarin, thank you for the follow. Console exclusives are a pain
I'm being
sometimes.
summoned.
How are you being summoned?
I'm being
You're not in a mobile game.
I could be in a mobile game. I could be a summon.
Have the worst
Alright.
moves.
What? I'll get the best like fucking debuffs on other people. Like I'll bring down their IQ with me.
That is true.
Ugh. I'm a.
Up he goes. Yeah, like, yeah, console exclusive are weird, but also PC exclusive are weird. I'm still annoyed that Kingdom Hearts is only on the Epic Game Store. Fuck Epic. Like, for God's sake, Square Enix, put it on Steam already. Someone's just to throw cheese at them. Get up to you. You're just enjoying sunbathing, David.
I'm just laying down.
Yeah, don't worry, don't blame you. Yeah, like when it comes to like again the Persona 3 remake, so many people have been freaking out about it, like saying, "Oh, how could they not include FemC or the answer?" Even though everybody kept bitching about the answer for years, so no fucking duh, they're not going to include it. And if they include FemC, then what was the fucking point of releasing Persona 3 Portable on modern formats? Use your fucking brains, people. As much as I want FemC in the remake, it completely makes Persona 3 Portable null and void. They have to give you some reason to buy that. Because like for years, like I was going like, Persona 3 remake, possible. I was kind of thinking they would include the answer, but considering how many people hate the answer, going, maybe they'll do something different. Isn't there a whole thing about the female project? I don't know. It's just the fact that when they were making Persona 3 Portable, they specifically said how much work it was to include her. Because they had to rewrite so many of the social links. Because obviously it's like now you're romancing the guys rather than the girls. Also, you have to go through the entire script of the main story, changing like pronouns and reworking voice lines just for the fact that there are an alternates. So it's like, yeah, they could have done that for the remake, but would you rather they do that or spend the development time including brand new scenes and features to flesh out the original story? I know what option I'd go for. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm still excited about the remake and everything, but the complaints people were coming up with were so stupid. Like, if you watch my reaction, like, the only thing I was really worried about was the fact that it was being made with the Unreal Engine. Because then I was going, oh shit, is it going to be an Epic Store exclusive when it comes to PC? Luckily, it's not. They've specifically said it's coming to Steam. I'm like, fuck, yes. I can't help but to think about that one scene from Persona 4 anime. There's a lot of scenes in the Persona 4 anime. You have to be specific. Are you talking about the King's game? Like where they actually go to the Persona 3 location and you just get straight up drunk? I know like that's one of the most memorable scenes of the anime. Where the protect gets called a manhole. Okay, I'll admit it's been a while since I actually watched the Persona 4 anime. So I can't actually remember that bit. But yeah, but again, speaking about Persona 3 Remake, I'm actually surprised that they've changed the voice cast fully. Like, I was expecting maybe like one or two voice changes, but the fact that they've fully recast everyone is... I mean, I'm not entirely against it. Like, I'm sure they'll all do great. I don't actually recognize any of the people, any of the new voice cast, but I don't mind it, but it's just weird considering the same cast have been playing the Persona 3 characters since the original game's release. Like, they've voiced them in all, like, Persona 3 FPS, Persona 3 Portable, the Persona 4 dance, arena games, Persona 3 Dancing, Persona Q. Same voice cast in all of them. So it's gonna be kind of weird to go into this remake with a completely different voice cast when all the spin-offs are using the original voice cast. Like the new players, they're gonna be like really confused when if like they play the remake, then they go to like Persona 4 Arena, which is still kind of a sequel to Persona 3, and they're just like, wait a second, why are the voices all different? Didn't other remakes do the same thing? Not for Atlas, anyway. Yeah, Resident Evil, that's Capcom. You have to remember, Carlos, like, by Atlas is like, this is weird, because like they usually try to retain get the original voice cast back as many times as possible. So I have no clue why all of a sudden they've decided to change the voice cast. It's gonna be weird if they ever decide to port the Persona Q games. Because like since we now know that they have the ability to do that since they've done so with Adrian Odyssey. Just kind of means that like Persona Q games are possible. But does that mean that they're gonna, since Persona Q2 never got an English dub, does that mean that they'll redub the original Persona Q to keep the voice cast consistent across both of them, or will they just not bother dubbing Q2? You know, like maybe it was like a union thing or something, or they changed location, which made it hard for the original cast to return. But I don't know. Like again, I have no problem with them with the new voice cast. It's just weird decision, especially since, like I said, Persona Q2, Persona 3 Portable is available on all formats right now with the original voice cast. Granted, the audio is apparently really bad, but that uses the original voice cast. So it's like, why just for this remake are you redubbing it with a whole new cast? Like if they decide to if they do decide to port the Q games and the dancing games over to modern formats, maybe they'll redub those. No clue. But yeah, it's just a weird decision. Whoop. Hip tracker turned off. I hate it when it does. My trackers just automatically turn themselves off. Hate it. Hey.
Wait, did it just turn itself off like it went idle?
Yeah. It's always just been kind of like a recent thing, right? For the longest time, I've been able to like stay still and they not turn up, but now all of a sudden they do that, and I don't know why.
Like I know if you're absolutely still, then they like turn off within like 5 minutes, or at least mine do.
Didn't realize I was
I
able
don't
to,
actually know if you can
stay still
disable
that much.
that. I know you can disable your controllers for turning off permanently, but I don't know about the trackers.
Level up!
Mason, thank you for the follow. I don't know. I still have the Billy Hatcher soundtrack on here. What did I walk into? No, nothing, just adjusting. That's what we're calling it. God, I've been really in a weird mood to actually play Billy Hatcher. You know that game is way harder than it should be. Like, I'm not saying it's like incredibly difficult or anything, it's just harder than you'd think a game like that would actually be. Hint egg. Still so many games I wish could still be played now.
Level up!
Kiro, thank you for the follow. Yeah, like I've been sorting through a lot of my old games recently. Like I sadly I sold a bunch of my old games recently. Just the other day, in fact, because I was just like, I'm not gonna go back to these, and a lot of these currently have superior versions available on other formats. So I was like I am one of those people who does try to hold on to their games as much as I can, but it's like suddenly just like, why am I holding on to them now? Like, 'cause I had Tai 1 and Tai 2 on GameCube, and I was just like, why do I still have these when I've got them on PC now? In HD, with additional features, running fine.
I mean, I suppose some collectors will probably pay for some ancient games.
Yeah. I mean, because the games that I sold, because I was like, obviously, like, sometimes you don't really get much for the games now. But some of them, I was shocked at how much I actually got. Like, I sold my original version of Ghost Trick on the DS. Because I thought, you know what, there's a remaster coming out at the end of the month. I played the demo, it runs
Oh, yeah,
fine.
remaster.
Yeah, it's like, I just thought, you know what, no point in holding on to the original version now. Might as well sell it. I got £28 for it. I was like, Jesus, I was expecting like maybe like £2.
If the game doesn't exist anymore, people will pay, I don't know, some prices, that's for sure.
I mean, it's nothing compared to like when I sold my Neptunia collection for the Vita, because I'd already converted all those games digitally, and I already had them all on PC. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just sell the physical versions. I was getting like £20 for each of them. I was like, how? How are the Neptunia games on the Vita this valuable?
I mean, I guess it's also because, they're actually physical. So I guess they're worth a bit more. Because you actually have something to show for, I guess.
Again, you say that, but like I said, when I sold the Thai games on GameCube, I think I only got like 40p for them. So, yeah.
I don't know, I guess it depends, if anything.
Yeah. Like, I know Drakengard 2 on PS2, I think I got £19 for that. And I'm pretty certain I bought it for like £3. So, profit. But I only got rid of that because I was just like, I just don't see myself coming back to this. And considering it's like a spin-off to the Nier well, it's the origins of the Nier franchise, I'm kind of going, how long will it be before they actually announce like at least a port of the Drakengard trilogy? Because I can't believe Square is just leaving that on its own. It's like, you've made the Nier franchise so big, so popular. Why not actually re-release the games it originally spun off from? Like, call it Drakengard, Nier Origins or something. Like, milk the Nier franchise, yeah. You may as well make use out of it. If only. I mean, it's possible. Considering Square is actually surprisingly one of the best companies when it comes to supporting their back catalogue. Like, even if they're not doing like the absolute best job with them, the fact that they have actually released more of their back catalogue in like these recent collections and everything does show they at least want to put some effort in. Or more than a lot of other companies. Oh, games like there's still like a bunch of old games I'd really love to see re-released in some form. Like I've still got fingers crossed for a like Mega Man Legends collection. Because like they've practically now released every other Mega Man sub-series in collections, so I'm just like, they've got to do a Mega Man Legends one. It's like, and it better include Misadventures from Bon. They'll definitely change certain things, specifically one of the Drinking Guard games due to its cast. Not sure I know which one you're talking about. Because I'm not too familiar with the casting of the games. Because it could very well be that they'll probably... Since the first two games are PS2 and Drinking Guard 3 is PS3, so it's like, I could see Drinking Guard 3 just getting a remaster, like they did with the original Nier. But 1 and 2 would probably have to be remade. One with the guy riding the Red Dragon. Still can't remember if that's 1 or 2. But I know, like, Drinking Guard 2, to be fair, wasn't directed by Yoko Taro. So it's kind of considered the black sheep of the franchise. So they could easily just remake Drinking Guard 1, then do a remaster of Drinking Guard 3. Yeah. They'll either be ignored, or Yoko Taro will just go, right, I'm going to do Drinking Guard 2 my way. And completely remake it from the ground up. It's like, wouldn't put it past him. Do you hear Sonic Frontiers music? Yes, you do. It's an instrumental version I found on YouTube. Yeah, I found it, for those who don't know, I found like a YouTube channel who's done like, who's made like instrumental versions of like loads of Sonic vocal songs. And just put them online, so I was like, right, I'm having those. Yeah, God, thinking about that, it's like, I still cannot wait for the next Sonic Frontiers update. When that eventually comes out. I remember I watched the whole 6-hour near timeline vid, and boy, did I learn a lot about dark and messed up stuff. Yep, I'm pretty certain I've watched that video too, Hollow. Yet, Nier and Drakengard are incredibly fucked up franchises when you actually delve into them. Bam, 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 bam. It's kind of funny, Rex, because it's like, we've still got all the DLC, well, a bunch of DLC coming for Sonic Frontiers, but we've also got Sonic Superstars coming out this year, as well as Sonic Origins Plus coming out, I think, in a couple of weeks. Then we've also got Sonic Prime Season 2 on its way at some point this year. We've got the special IDW issue where they've actually reached out and got some of the Fleetway Sonic artists and writers involved. So like, hell yeah, I'm gonna try and get my hands on that issue. Like, I don't know really what they're gonna do for that issue, but I swear to God, if they have like the Fleetway cast make a little cameo appearance, I will freak out. Because it'll be so nice to see all those characters again. Sonic's anniversary is coming up, so I guess it makes sense. Yep. I mean, it's Sonic's 32nd anniversary this year. Because I think it was like Sonic Origins was meant to be for the 30th, but it kind of got pushed back. So it ended up releasing for the 31st anniversary. Oh yeah, and we've also got the Sonic Symphony tour, which I'm actually going to. I'm actually going to the one in London. I'm generally excited about that. Like, even if it's just like a just like the same one that they streamed on YouTube. Like, no changes or stuff. I don't care. I want to listen to it properly. Also, it's kind of funny that I've only traveled to London. Well, the only times I've ever traveled to London is going to be for the Sonic Symphony and for Summer of Sonic. I think back in 2011 or 2010, something like that. So both times I've gone to London has been for Sonic. I'm so tempted just to. I'm gonna annoy Ko. I've just spammed invites. It's funny how fast you can unlock all the skills in Frontiers. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I still need to get the achievement for doing like a certain move over and over. Because I kind of started spamming certain moves when I played it. Hi, Ko. Baby, baby, baby. Max out. Oh yeah, I maxed out assess, but I did that. I
Level up!
I maxed out like the rings and such last because it was like since you had to do that individually for every level. I was like, fuck. That's it. Thank you for the ball. Yeah, because it was like I can't remember because like I haven't actually played the game since the first DLC update. Like I haven't done any of like the song stuff. So it's been a while since I really touched it, but it was like the attack and such you could level up easily. It was just like hand over the items, you instantly boosted up to the right level. But it's like leveling up your rings was so bloody slow. It's like why on earth did they feel like leveling that up had to be like the slowest thing in the world when they'd already done the other stuff like really quickly? Especially when you figure out it's so easy to just grind everything using the fishing. Like they just made it so easy to get everything. Oop. Hi Reaper. I'm doing good. We've just been chatting about weird games. Yeah. Cause like getting back to because I was talking about Mega Man, and like is it because they're re-releasing the mobile game as an offline version, which has been kind of funny because there's like the amount of reactions I watched to the Capcom event, and so many of them are going, oh, it's a mobile game, or we're not interested. It's like, yeah, it's a mobile game, but it's an offline version of a mobile game. So, because the original version, the actual online one, is dead. It's like so many people were just like, never even heard of this game. So I'm actually quite happy that Capcom are re-releasing Mega Man X Dive as like an offline game. because it just means that you can just keep the game. I wish more mobile game developers would do that. Like if the game's no longer profitable and you're just gonna end service, at least keep a version of the game available for people to play. It's like you may as well just get that little bit more money out of people. I was trying to complete the fishing encyclopedia of Breach Island. I got so many points from that. True. Say goodbye to you. One more last fist bump. I don't know. Games industry be weird. Like I'm still trying to get over that that special edition for Starfield. That fucking watch, I swear to God. Like I got so annoyed at that watch. Like just in a funny way. I was just like, why would you spend all this money for a watch? Especially when it seems like they're putting more effort into the case. It's like, what? Why? It's like they put so much effort into this display case. I'm just like, who the fuck cares about the case? Oh, it just really made me laugh. Especially when they say like, oh, it's just like the cases you get in game, and then cut to in game where the character's actually just handing the player the watch. Just literally just the watch, not in a case or anything. Just like it's like what is the point of this super elaborate display case? It's like it's a watch. It's meant to be worn. If you're not gonna wear it, why you buy the bloody thing? Hold your card for what? It's like, if you're just gonna keep it there, it's just like, what's the bloody point? Ugh. Like seriously, if I did buy that, I literally would record myself taking the watch out, putting it on my wrist, and then smashing the case. It's like, this doesn't need to exist. It's such a pointless thing. But yeah, it's like, as I said in the reactions, like I Starfield does look good. It does just look like No Man's Sky mixed with Mass Effect, but with no aliens. But it does look good. I'm just not interested in pre-ordering it. Just buy it to break it. Although you clearly haven't seen. I'm not sure how many they did, but there used to be like this guy who would buy a brand new console. They'd wait in line, buy a brand new console on launch day, and then just destroy it right in front of everyone. So I know they did it for the PS3. I can't remember if they did it for any like 360 or stuff like that. Yeah, I remember the PS3 one where they just get the original PS3 on launch day, one of the first people to own the console. They unpack it right in front of everyone and then just destroy it. Right in front of everyone who were really looking forward to buying the console. Bethesda forgot how to make limited editions. Let's look at Fallout 76. That's true. Are we expecting like this super elaborate watch for Starfield when the game actually comes out to be replaced with just like a bog standard watch? Because it's like they couldn't afford the parts. But then they send the real watch out to influencers. Yeah. I mean that's why I'm not pre-ordering Starfield. As interested in the game that I am, I'm not like flying to the game because it's just like I don't trust Bethesda. Doesn't matter how much work they've put into this game, I just don't trust them. I am expecting bugs. So I was actually watching someone's reaction to the Xbox event, and my God, they were such like Bethesda like fanboy. So it was like pretty much any other game which came up, they were like, yeah. Like the Persona games and like the other Atlas game Metaphor being shown, they were just like, nah, looks like crap. And yet when like Starfield's had a trailer, they're like, oh my God, this looks amazing. It's like even I think I can't remember after what trailer it was, but they actually said to their chat like said, oh, wait, you think that looks good? Damn, we need to get you onto some Bethesda games. It's like, what? How can you unironically say that? How can you unironically say Bethesda make good games? And it's got left the alien races for the modders. Yeah, I mean, but to me, that just seems like laziness to me. Like if like obviously BioWare were able to make all these alien races for Mass Effect, and there's a bunch of them in No Man's Sky. What's Bethesda's excuse? So I'm mysterious. But yeah, because it was also like with Starfield, it's like they're saying, oh, there's over 1,000 planets to explore. Over 900 of them are just going to be barren wastelands, where you're just doing the same shit as in No Man's Sky. What is the point of having over 1,000 planets to explore if over 90% of them are the same boring shit? They need the time to add all the bugs in. True. So many planets, they all look the same. Exactly. Like, it's just going to be one of those things where everybody's just essentially going to be sticking to the same 10 or so planets. Because those will all be like ones where stuff actually happens on. The only time you'll be needing to go to a bunch of these other planets will be for particular side quests saying, oh yeah, we need X amount of this material, or you need to kill X amount of this monster, which are only found on these particular planets. I'm so expecting that to be the case. Like, it's like, call me jaded all you want about it, but it's just, I just don't have any faith in Bethesda. To me, Bethesda just feel like the current day equivalent of Peter Molyneux. Like, they're saying all these amazing things to make you buy the game. Then the game comes out and people get really fucking angry about it. It's like, what is the point? Ba-ba-bam. Just give me 20 planets that are somewhat handcrafted and not AI bullshit. Yep. But that's not grand enough, blah. This is Bethesda, where everything has to be bigger. Like, I will more than happily take back what I said if this turns out not to be the case. But let's face it, with what they're saying, that's exactly what's gonna be the case. Can't use it in ads. And still, if it's like 20 whole planets that you can explore, that's still really impressive. Because it's like, most time it's like when you go to a planet in other games, it's like, yeah, you're just browsing like a small area. No, if it's like a full planet, that's impressive. But yeah, it's like a lot of customization and stuff. It does look really good, and it does impress me what they're going to be capable of. Though I was still getting annoyed at the little press event for it, where there was so much stuff they were talking at how unique it is, how this is a grand innovation, and it was just the most generic shit. Like, they talked about skills, like skill trees and stuff like that. And they were talking like they just invented it, like it was a whole system that they had come up with. It says no other game has had skill trees before. Just so stupid. So that was like what me and Purple were laughing at the most throughout that thing. We were just making so many jokes at how generic everything was sounding, and how we knew people were just gonna be eating it up. So yeah, it's like, again, if you haven't watched it, go to YouTube or browse my videos here on Twitch. Watch that Xbox event. It is just so funny.
Actually, I don't remember watching. Like, I think so. So when it comes to the events, right? There was Xbox, there was Sony, I think, and Capcom.
Sony had an event a couple days prior to like the real thing, because it's like Sony obviously have to be different. That's where we got like the Metal Gear Solid
Like they all
remake.
they all live stream basically. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There was like in terms of like the most recent things, it's been like Summer Games Fest. That was like the main thing. Then it was like the Xbox and Starfield Direct, and Capcom had one, Ubisoft had one, and a bunch of other. There was like a bunch of like indie ones as well. But it's like most people only really paid attention to Summer Games Fest and Xbox.
I don't remember, but I think someone said all of the presentation. I think like Capcom was like the most alive one, but I could be wrong. Like I don't know, just Xbox and the other ones were just generic.
I mean, the Xbox one was really.
From what I heard.
The Xbox one was really good, to be honest. It had tons of really good games. The actual Summer Games Fest, that one was pretty mid. Because I had to laugh at Summer Games Fest because they were really heavily promoting things like Alan Wake 2 and the new Fortnite update and stuff like that. Like they were really trying to push all that.
Yeah.
And yet the one thing which everybody kind of agreed was the best thing to come out of that was Sonic Superstars. Nobody gave a shit about anything else. It was just Sonic Superstars was the most interesting thing. Because it was like at the start, Jeff Keighley was like saying like, "Oh, we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat 1." There's a big cheer. Alan Wake 2. There's a big cheer. There was another game. There was a big cheer. The new Fortnite update. Dead silence.
That sounds about right.
I was laughing so hard at when he just mentioned Fortnite and there was just no response from the crowd. It's happened twice. You mentioned it twice throughout the event, saying, "Look forward to the new Fortnite update." No response. It was so funny. But yeah, it's like I say, like there was that. There was the Xbox thing, which had a lot of good games. Capcom did have a lot of good games as well, but really the only things of interest to me was they talked a bit about Ghost Trick, even though that's coming out in a couple of days.
I don't know. I wasn't like saying
Mega
like
Man
the games in itself, like the games in itself. Well, I guess some people were saying whatever, but like I guess the way how they presented it or like how they showed off the games. I think that's what someone said. Like some of them were just awful.
Yeah, I mean, the Capcom one was just like from game to game to game to game. Again, that was Microsoft were doing that as well. Apart from like one or two brief instances at the start and the end where they did have like somebody talking to everyone. I poked fun at them doing that, especially at the start, because the woman they had to like try and hype everybody up was so bad. She was so bad. Because it was all like that American PR speak, you know. It was so bloody obvious. Is there any good wireless controls for PC? I just use my Xbox Elite controller. That's done me well all these years.
I don't know. I think I just use some. Actually, I don't remember. I just use some like controller I bought for like 30 euros and it's good enough.
Yeah, I mean most actual
I don't think
game
it matters.
most console controls work on PC, so you can kind of
I
you
mean,
can kind of use anything.
if they're similar to Xbox or PlayStations, they should be supported. Doesn't matter what brand it is. I think. I don't think it matters.
Alan Vixen, thank you. To look around. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. The new Ace Attorney collection. It's like having the next like games 4, 5, and 6
Level up!
in the collection available is like, yeah. Thank you for the follow, Vixen. Because like the first 3 games have been available pretty much everywhere for ages now, so having 4, 5, and 6 games finally get the HD treatment is like about bloody time, Capcom. I still really want them to, like, I'm just like, fingers crossed, please, even if it's Switch exclusive, bring the Professor Layton crossover game to consoles. I was like, get it on Switch, I don't care, just get it off the bloody 3DS. Tomorrow it may not. And there's actually a lot of games now that I've got interesting, because I was saying before, like, how there was just nothing catching my eye, and now there's a whole bunch of games that I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play it. Forget. Whew. God, got a bit of a sweat, to be honest. I'm just sat here, but I'm still so bloody warm. Say live life, find love. Game backlog is way too big. Blah, that's just a sign that you're an actual gamer. You can't officially call yourself a gamer if you don't have a backlog which is at least 30 games long. I'm a collector. Yeah, I used to be, but now it's like I have to be more selective. Like the only franchise now that I'm really kind of a collector of now is Sonic. It's like even the Neptunia games, as much as I love them, I'm just like, I can't keep buying the physical and digital versions. It's like I've got to stick to digital now. It's like the only Neptunia games I still own physically is the original PS3 trilogy. Everything else I've had to sell off. But when it comes to Sonic, it's like I've got them digitally, I've got them physically. Even if I have no intentions of using the disc, I've still bought it. think the only two Sonic games I haven't bought since Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn has been Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo and Sonic Free Riders. Those are the only two Sonic games I've missed out on. But yeah, I own all the Saturn games, I own all the Dreamcast games, I own all the games on GameCube. Like the only exceptions have obviously been like multi-format games and ones which are just advanced copies of previous, like Mega Collection Plus. I didn't bother with that because it's like I'd have Mega Collection. And again, I think my sister actually bought me a PC version of Mega Collection Plus. So yeah, I think I do actually still technically own it. It's like I've got Sonic Origins Plus for PS5 on pre-order, even though I don't have a PS5. Because it's like I'm going to be playing it via PC, but I want to own a physical copy on PS5. I think we all have like at least one franchise where we kind of go a bit, at least a bit above and beyond for it. Now, speaking of like thinking about that, because the new next Trails game comes out, I think in early next month. And like there's no way to pre-order it yet on PC. But the prices have already been revealed for other like PlayStation and such. Most expensive one is £99. And that's just digitally, by the way. So you're getting the game and all the DLC as well as exclusive DLC, I think. It's like if they're doing, because it's like I think with when Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4 hit PC, they had like these ultimate editions where it's like, yeah, you get all the DLC and it's like you have to buy the ultimate edition to get even these pieces of exclusive content. So I was like, god damn it, I've actually got to pay the maximum amount. It means Pokemon. Ooh, I feel sorry for you, Rex. You haven't bought any games in almost 8 months? Jesus, I could not do that. There's always at least something that catches my eye. And considering there's a Steam sale at the end of this month, I'm probably going to be picking up at least a couple extra new
Actually,
things.
I think I was the same. Actually, I think it's been more than a year since I've bought anything
God,
in terms
man.
of games. Actually, when was the last time I bought something? November 2021.
Jesus. I could not do that.
And the only thing I've purchased recently was May this year. So I didn't buy anything for 2 years.
God, I'm buying something at least every 3 months.
Level up!
Kyrie, thank you for the follow. It's not that bad. Rex, it's Pokemon. I said I got the double pack of Gen 4 remakes on Scarlet and Violet. There you go. Pokemon is a terrible franchise to get to become a collector of.
I still own my black and white Pokemons.
Mm.
I think Diamond and whichever ones.
Yeah.
2011.
I've sadly like lost a lot of my Pokemon games, or did get rid of them because it's like I used to really like Pokemon, but then I just saw the quality just nosedive. So I really lost interest.
I mean, if
in
you
it.
think about it, I guess it's the same game, but I guess with a new twist now.
So I came back for Sword and Shield, and it's like I know a lot of people hate Sword and Shield. I had a blast with it. But even then, it's like I didn't bother buying the DLC. But Scarlet and Violet, I'm not even kidding. I bought Scarlet, and I streamed it, and then I sold it. I did one stream of it. I didn't even save the stream because I was just like, this is terrible. And then I just got rid of it because I was just like, this is so bad. There are games that I was supposed to buy day one, but after 5 years, haven't still. I mean, that does happen. Sun Shield's my favorite. Yeah. Because it was like, I tried, let me see if I can. I played, X and Y. I quite like them. Then, yeah, because it was like, I liked Black and White. I got one of the sequels, Black and White 2. But I only played like 5 minutes of that and then never touched it again. Like I said, X and Y I liked. Sun and Moon didn't really connect with me. And like the Gen 3 remakes as well, but they were terrible. Sometimes feels I don't even know what games I like anymore. Yeah, I mean sometimes that can happen. Like when franchises change up things. It's like how I currently feel about the Legend of Zelda franchise. Like, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom has been doing gangbusters, but for me it looks like shit. Like I just have zero interest in Tears of the Kingdom, and
Wait, is this a new Zelda game?
yeah,
From what I heard, it's literally just Breath of the Wild, but yeah, I don't know, just the same. That's what I heard.
yeah, and it's like I
Practically.
I didn't even like Breath of the Wild. because it just stripped away pretty much everything I enjoy about Zelda. Like, if Breath of the Wild had been its own thing, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But the fact that they really want to try continuing the Breath of the Wild formula for the Zelda franchise moving forward, I'm just like, that has just practically killed my interest in the franchise. Because I'm sorry, it's like just like everything, like the Breath of the Wild style has touched, has not gone well with me. Because like they did a Hyrule Warriors based on the Breath of the Wild characters. I was going, this is terrible. Like, I absolutely love the original Hyrule Warriors, but the Breath of the Wild version is absolute shit. Rapper Hill. Things are going okay. I'm just bitching about games. Yeah, it's like yeah, Nintendo have said like they see like the old style of Zelda as like too confined for them. Like they will find it hard to go back to. I'm just like, oh god. It's like, can you at least re-release Wind Waker and Twilight Princess onto the Switch? Because like there's some of the last Wii U games that are stuck on that console. Just slap them onto the Switch so I can at least say, hey, at least there are some decent Zelda games on there. To be fair, I've got a bit of a vendetta against Breath of the Wild in general, considering they made Link right-handed, and I'm just like, he's cooler as a lefty. It's like, I know technically Link is classified as ambidextrous, so it can be left and right-handed, but what I've always found like the more interesting characteristic for Link that he be primarily seen as left-handed. Because like I can't think of any other heroes in main media where the main character is left-handed. It's like they'll usually be like one of the other characters will be a lefty, but not the actual primary character. Yeah, it's obviously like one of the more petty reasons I don't like Breath of the Wild and such. They they, they pretty much said like, yep, Link's right-handed. It's like, Rrr. It's like, I know technically, yeah, they've been focusing on right-handed Link since the Wii version of Twilight Princess, because Nintendo, I mean, at least with Twilight Princess, they had the excuse of it was kind of a rush job to get Twilight Princess as a launch title for the Wii, because obviously it was originally meant to be just a GameCube game, so they just flipped it. But Skyward Sword, they had no fucking excuse for not including a left-handed mode. Yeah, I don't mind Skyward Sword, but I got so annoyed at the fact that there was no option for left-handed players. So it's playing Skyward Sword is actually a bit of a trial for me. Like, have any of you even tried playing one of those, like a game like Skyward Sword with the Wiimote in your left hand when you're left-handed? It's not easy. Nintendo be stupid. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-dam. God, it's so hot. Actually, technically, it's not hot. It's just humid. It's just like no air.
It's very windy. Actually, it's raining or was raining.
We haven't had rain in weeks.
I mean, I don't actually know if it was raining, but like when I looked outside, like the street or like the road was like wet. Probably was.
Humidity does make the heat worse. Yeah. Ugh. So I'm not saying that there isn't at least a little bit of a breeze, but it's not that strong. Obviously being obviously on first floor of my house is like, yeah, it's a bit makes it a bit more stuffy. It's like there's less air. Like, because it's like the amount of times I can like go downstairs and just go like, oh, this feels better. Like the heat really gets you when you walk up the stairs. I mean, we still haven't had anything as bad as my birthday last year, where I almost passed out on stream because of how hot it was.
Yeah. I mean, depending on where you are in like the house, if you're like obviously on the highest point, then yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because it's like my birthday last year was like the hottest day of the year, and it was so hot that all the drinks that I had next to me just became really warm. So it was so hard for me to even drink them because it was just like ugh. It's like luckily we haven't gotten to that point this year. Bam, bam. And speaking of, I've actually got one of my drinks. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Stretching. God, my trackers are getting low on battery power. Really need to get new ones. Oop.
Well, I don't think it's actually true. I've been in 2 hours and 90%. apparently,
I've
but I don't think that's true.
like I've been in for nearly like 2 hours 40 minutes, and my trackers are now less than 40%.
Yeah, you're still on 3.0s to 2.0s, right?
I'm on 2.0s.
Yeah,
That's-
that would make sense
Yeah.
because they're old.
Yeah, I do need to upgrade them at some point. But again, it's just all the money.
I got my Thunder trackers as soon as they were announced.
Uh, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. It's like because of Twitch's stupid decisions lately, we're getting even less from like bits and subs.
Making bits a cryptocurrency. Nice.
Because it's like there's been like a whole bunch of people figuring out that Twitch hasn't really been giving us the full amount we're technically meant to be making. Because of reasons. So that's even less that we're making. Then we've got obviously all the more recent changes that they're making, like I know the introduction of Partner Plus, which is going to be really fucking people over.
It's only gonna work for the big people.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's why so many people are just going to be really trying to push like Patreons and direct payments and such. And there's going to be a lot of people just dying out even more. I guess I saw somewhere it's only 1,000 streamers that qualify. Yeah, because they're the ones that are making Twitch the most amount of money. But it says, because I know Purple mentioned this on Twitter, because I think it was like Kick was saying, they said like, ooh, we're going for 95 to you, 5% to us. And she just said like, how the hell are you going to support that? It's like you need money to pay for like the servers and keep everything running smoothly. Like that won't last. It's like most I think most of us would be happy with like the 70-30 split. Like if Twitch just got like 30% of what we make, and we got the 70%.
Small indie company.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like if they gave that to everyone, then a lot more people would be like, okay, that's it. There's an ice cream van outside. I might keep it like that for years and start lowering it. Yeah, well, that's probably it. It's like they just have it set as that.
Well, so here's the thing as well with the 730 split, you can only earn up to 100k, and then once you earn 100k, you go back to 50-50.
But even then, it's like 100k. That's a lot of money.
It's nothing. Well, I guess that's nothing to some streamers.
Yeah, rich pricks.
Because they already, well, some of them already have like 20,000 subs, which is probably a lot of money to begin with.
But even then, isn't it like only direct subs? Like you can't do gift subs, you can't do prime
Yep,
subs.
only you have. It has to be 350 individual people subscribing. You cannot have 500 gift subs. That doesn't work. As an example. So primes are excluded and gifted subs are excluded. So unless you have 350 actual humans subscribing to you, you will not be meeting the requirements, and that has to be for 3 months.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. It's like the only real people who are switching over to Kick are the ones who have been offered like to switch over. Obviously there are like a couple people who are actually going to be trying it out, but at the same time, it's like you just know eventually they're going to come back to Twitch because more people are still over here.
I mean, Mixer, surprisingly enough, would have been a huge threat to Twitch, but that's gone now.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's why I'm not really switching over to Kick. I've been tempted to try out YouTube streaming, but even then, I feel like that's more trouble than it's worth. But yeah, because I just feel like Kick is just gonna be. It's gonna go the same way as
I've also
Mixer.
heard. I mean, I'm not saying I've heard horror stories, but Kick isn't exactly friendly to some people. Unless you like pray to God, whoever made the website or whatever, and then maybe you'll be accepted. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about Kick as well. Just I don't really tend to be one to jump on a bandwagon when it's like, oh, this platform's dying, let's move over to this one, because it never works. Like look at how many times there's been like competitors for YouTube or Twitter. It's like they've all died. People the own sports kind of tells, yeah. Sadly, the big thing is like, you can say that about any company, because as terrible as it is, it's like most owners of these big companies are all douchebags. It's like they're all scum, but there's nothing we can sadly do about it. Ba, 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 ba. You've been into the music there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see Kick really lasting as long as people think it will. Like I don't see it.
I mean,
I
then
don't-
there's also specific laws or whatever rules, and like
Mm.
if someone catches them, then I guess unless if they're not complying, then I guess goodbye.
Yeah, like I don't see Kick vanishing fully, at least not for a while. But I do see it like fading into the background. Like it'll still be an option for a lot of people, but it'll be like most people will just be like, yeah, we're gonna stick with Twitch. I feel like that's just. I mean, because I think like the only thing Kick really has going for it is that it's allowing all the gambling stuff. It's like all the streamers who focus on like gambling and things like that, they've gone over to Kick. But yeah, like again, I've heard all the horror stories of Kick, so I doubt I'd go there. Like I know there's VStream. I do actually have an account on VStream, which is for those who don't know, it's like a streaming platform specifically for VTubers. And it's like, yeah, I've got an account on there. But it's like it's kind of weird because it's like they're kind of focusing more on people who are just debuting, who are just starting out. So trying to just stream on there right now is kind of a bit of a questionable. Sad part is they could actually be good competition for Twitch if they just had a little bit of oversight. That's not the way the world works, sadly.
I mean, if Mixer was still alive, as I said, Twitch would have competition, but that isn't a thing anymore. Because it was Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft fucked Mixer hard.
And then they push people to Facebook.
Yep. I still have to laugh because in Forza Horizon, there's actually specific achievements tied to Mixer. Which they're in the Steam version as well. It's like you can't get them anymore.
Were you telling me there was like Steam achievements for Mixer?
Might have been a Steam achievement. But I know there's like in-game achievements and items which are tied specifically to Mixer.
Huh.
Yeah, Microsoft just really fucked up with Mixer. Like it could have been really good if they'd just allowed it to be its own thing, really.
All I know is that when it was shutting down, it was just a disaster. Like not even the staff was informed of the website that it would go down.
Oof.
And people weren't paid, I think, also too. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been years.
But yeah, they apparently had like it was actually probably a quite good streaming platform. It was just the fact that Microsoft kind of throttled it.
I mean, they bought Ninja out, and he basically got away like a heist.
It's like they specifically went for like all the big streamers to try and convince people to come over, saying, "Oh yeah, these streamers are now streaming on Mixer, so maybe you should try it out." Didn't work.
Yeah, and then the website shuts down, and they've made millions.
Yep. I always find it so funny when it's like that.
Even though they were supposed to stream for a year
Yeah.
or whatever.
I always find it so funny when like these new streaming platforms try to make a deal with like these big streamers to convince them to come over. Because I just feel like that's such a stupid decision. Because it's just kind of trying to force people to come over. When it's like you could easily create your own big stars, like promoting, like giving like these smaller creators on Twitch the bigger opportunity that they want. Like they see like Mixer and they go like, like really when it's like saying, oh my god, this streamer's streaming on this new platform, I must join. It's like, no, they'll think no, because that just means there's less competition on Twitch. That's all it means to a lot of us. It doesn't make us want to join this new platform and try it out. No, it makes us go like, okay, we've got a better opportunity right now. Let's stay where we are. I don't know. Baby. I don't know. What is stupid? To the next phase, into the next phase. Ba, ba, ba. Same problem in the Epic Store? Yep. Yep. I can't stand the Epic Game Store. Because there's just no point in it existing. It's like, I know people might say that, well, Steam needed competition. They needed somebody to go up against them. It's like, Steam were doing fine. It's not like they weren't.
I mean, from what I know is like Steam, like if you put a game on it, it basically takes like 40% of your revenue. What's like 70-30 split, or I think.
Yeah.
And that's why some people don't like Steam putting it on there, because like the games are so expensive. And it takes so much from you, I guess. And then there's obviously the Epic Game Store, which I think is obviously trying to compete with Steam.
Yeah, but failing. They just don't have anything of real interest.
I mean, other than the 200 free games
Level
I've
up!
gotten, I'm not complaining about it, I guess.
VRChat, that gives about. Yeah, because like most of us spend years building up our Steam libraries of games. So then to say, oh yeah, you also need to download this other store to get these small handful of games, just like fuck off. I was recommended. I appeared on someone's recommended. There's a rarity. Must be a very quiet day.
Well, I think it depends on the people who watch, or who you watch already, and it just gives you like 5 or however many people.
Even then, I think it's like the fact that I would appear on that. It's like that's rare.
Like, I know if you found out, if you had like, I don't know, you opened, like, let's say VRChat, you had like 5 streams open within like a few days. All you're gonna get is VRChat in your recommended. So if you watch a different game,
Maybe for a second. Not sure if that's my parents messing around or something. Ooh, camera angle. Yeah, my parents were messing around with the doorbell.
speaking of doorbell, I think someone or something broke it again. Well, my one anyway.
Oof.
Seems to be a common occurrence.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. I've gotten quite addicted to this model, to be honest.
Actually, I don't even know what base it is. It's not obviously not a window. It's something else.
It's called Apollo.
Actually, yeah, I've seen that one. Apollo, yeah.
Yeah, it only got a little bit of support. Like I this model I'm in now pretty much has every outfit that's been made for it already. I've been using modeling VRChat for a while. Is it just new? I've been using it for a little while, kind of. Like, I only used it on stream really the other day. I've been taking photos with it for a couple of weeks though. So like if you check on Twitter, like most of the photos you see on it are using this model. Yeah, because it's got a couple outfits for it. Like some more tech-based ones. Or cyberpunk or whatever you want to call it. It's like something we've got to be a bit careful with. It's like I love this outfit. Spring based, like the little hoodie. And nice sweater. Sorry, hip tracker's being a bit weird. So this is the default outfit for it.
Oh, he also comes with a gun?
Yep.
It also works. I mean, it's a weird looking gun, but it's a gun. Like the only outfit on here I can't show up is another swimsuit because it's just pure underboob. And Twitch don't like underboob. But yeah, you can actually see like extra details. Might only just be able to see it. Boobs. I can't really make it out. But there are actually straps holding this up. Oop. Wrong swimsuit. If you want to see the other swimsuit, look on Twitter. But yeah, I think like there's only one or two other outfits available for this model. Like I wish it had gotten more support because it's actually a really nice model. Do you notice maybe at some point patrons might be able to get a bit more out of this model. I'm just saying.
Patreon's there. People get special pictures. It's got so many like fun expressions as well. Wait a sec. Oop. Yeah, it's got so many like nice little expressions to it. Like the amount of time I had to spend customizing this. There's the head pats. Mm. I love how expressive this model is, so it's why I've been using it more on streams recently for rather than like my Kikyo. So I still love my Kikyo and it is what I consider like my main model still. Because it's got like the outfit the way that I really want it to be. But this is just closer to how I really want to be like. But yeah, like I said, if you want special photos, Patreon's there. Plug, 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 plug. So I do, because I mean, I do love this bikini. Because I've been having a lot of fun with like doing the textures. Like I know it's essentially just a matte cap, but yeah. Eyes like, of course you would appear while I'm in a bikini. Wish I could do a fan art. Hey, I'm always up for stuff like that. Like I'm a very small streamer, so I don't really get fan art. Like if I want artwork, I have to commission it. Oop. how long have I been playing VRChat? I started I started streaming in mid 2020, but I started playing in early 2020. Pretty much as soon as 2020 began, like pre-lockdown. Timed that so well. Expressions free. You're not getting the rock and roll one. I started playing in November 2020. It's been a fun time. Yeah, I mean, for me, 2020 and 2021 were actually like some of the most fun I've had here in VRChat. But it's like ever since the lockdown ended, it's been becoming harder. Started playing VRChat in 2019, kind of OG. Nice. You got a headbang for Infinite.
Hi, Kara.
Hello.
Hey, go.
Small gremlin.
Hi, Keeper. Boop. Kara. I met this really cute guy. I never met. He's really fucking hot. You live in California. I really like you.
Yeah, we're just melting right now.
I wish the boop the guilty.
I boop you
You're
then.
killing. Killing. Yeah.
Ah.
Boop.
Ah.
Boop. Boop.
Gremlins, they always have the ability to fly.
Maggie.
It's attached to my leg now.
Guava. Hey, Kika.
You're cutie.
Get your fuck up. It's cute, goddammit.
You. That's Emerald.
You do not have the energy to fight a guava.
One left to carry on.
On the chat. Chat will remind you. You're a cutie.
Shark eats cuties.
No! No! No!
She's shark food.
No! No!
Cute, 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 cute.
Thank you, shit. You take advantage of the poop privileges. You have temporarily been revoked of your poop privileges.
Boop.
That's what I got you fucking. Your booping privileges have
I
been
can get the
revoked
gremlin.
temporarily. Please wait 24 hours before you can boop the individual again. I
Boop.
swear to God, if you fucking try to boop me, I will bite your hand. I will shove this goddamn shark into the camera. Eat the chat, Sharky.
The gremlin is pissed. Boop. She's gone feral. It's just fun to tease them. It's just so much fun.
Hold up my legs, stop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Privileges have been revoked. I will start biting your ankles.
Level up!
And this might give us fun. I think she's eating my toenails.
I'll bite your tail too. I would do it.
Level up!
I would do it.
Gremlins.
Hold on 1 second.
Listen, Taki, thank you for the follow.
Nope. Disable my nose. I'll be right back. Don't boop me.
Boop, 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 boop,
Don't have my
boop,
headphones on.
boop, 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 boop,
What the
boop,
fuck
boop.
did I just say? Don't fucking boop me. I'm using the bathroom. For fuck's sake.
torment. You just gotta tease them when they give you the opportunity. You gotta tease them. Nothing special going on around here. I've just been booping a gremlin. So typical VRChat stuff. Yep, everything is normal. Everything is normal. Hmm? What are you saying?
Here's a PSA for all you transgender male to female individuals. Do not get yourself a period. A female period. Because it is painful. You get cramps in your stomach. And when you try shit, when you're on your fucking period, it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
You feel like you're having diarrhea. You do not want to have a period, especially if you're transitioning male to female.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's the last thing a trans person actually is after.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I understand they're trying to be fertile and have their own kids, but at the same time, it is painful as fuck. You have a price to pay when you ask for fertility. Female fertility. I don't know, like, I understand why, but I don't know why people wouldn't want to have a fucking period.
Yeah, I would question that as well.
You gotta buy a bunch of underwear, you gotta buy a bunch of pads, you're gonna bleed through your fucking underwear. And then sometimes, if your period is bad, it will make you feel faint. You will get anxiety and panic attacks. You will fucking, like, it's a whole roller coaster. I don't know if anyone would fucking want that. Please, don't get yourself a female period if you can avoid it. I understand wanting to have your own children. But it is painful. Trust me. You don't want it. You don't want it. I'm a person that wants other people to not feel any pain.
Level
and the
up!
best way to avoid it, especially if you're transitioning male to female, avoid getting a period if you can. But if it's the only route you will have to go to become fertile with your own children, I wish you the best of luck. As it costs so much money.
This message has been brought to you by Cutie. A cutie that burps.
Excuse me.
It's a cucumber. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully I said that right. And she's gone. This is the weird stuff that happens in VRChat that you guys very rarely get to see. Because normally a lot of the bigger VTubers tend to keep to themselves. Like you wouldn't see that on most other streams. Very weird stuff. Let's get back to egg banging. I'm not sure how we can follow that, to be honest. That's probably the most random thing to ever come out of that. Get brain empty. But to be honest, I should probably think about ending. Now considering like my trackers are like it's 15%, so they're not gonna be lasting that much longer. Can help you be reminded by Vix by that rant? True. That is a very Vix moment, isn't it? Both of those two have actual little gremlins, so not too surprising. So I should probably think about ending before truckers end up killing on me. Oh, killing on me? Dying on me. This has been a fun little stream, even though it's just been like started off weirdly with like VRChat dying. Though I think it might have been like something to do with the recent Steam update. Like the Steam change. Might have affected it, I don't know. But yeah, ever since then it's been a really fun stream, as simple as it is. I just wish I had more stuff to talk about. But then again, that is my usual way, isn't it? So if you're at all interested, so fingers crossed at stream tomorrow. If you are truly interested, I'm not pushing anything, but if you are at all interested, remember, Patreon is there. Exclusive photos and ability to vote on what games I play. So yeah, there's Discord, Twitter, YouTube. I'll go through this again later anyway. I just stumbled onto your stream. Everybody's been stumbling onto me today. What is going on? Like, I never get this amount of attention. This is weird. But anyway, hi. Who knows?
Level
I
up!
Twitch, mastered the Twitch and stuff. Thank you for the ball. It's a very weird thing, but it's nice. It's nice to actually have like a bit of a boost for once. So I think it's just because there's nobody else really streaming VRChat right now. So I'm surprisingly one of the most popular for some stupid reason. Not in terms of actual people watching, just in terms of the Twitch algorithm. No, I don't get it either. I mean, maybe it's just because of this, you know. people are just seeing bikini, so they're just going, "Ooh, what's going on there?" Yeah, I'm not even hiding anymore. It's just boobs. Anyway, like I said, I gotta head off before my trackers end up dying on me. But again, thank you all, everyone today for all the follows. This has been really nice. Just actually being able to just enjoy a casual stream. I still really need to get better at talking with a lot of people. It's really just my way. Like, I'm trying to ramble more. I really want to try, but you can only talk about so much before you can go and run in circles. And my brain is just like going around in circles. But yeah. So again, thank you everyone for joining. I will hopefully see, let's face it, not all of you are going to be returning. You know who you are. I'll hopefully see some of you tomorrow for the hopeful art stream, if everything works properly. Because I don't know what I'm going to be drawing. I'm not very good at art, so it's just gonna be random doodles. But either way, if you are new here and or you're just like passing through, it's like, again, thank you for at least having a quick look. Even if you were just dropping a follow and disappearing, that's fine. Thank you for at least having a look. That's how I say it. And again, I'm going around in circles. So yeah. I'm going to head up. I'm going to cool down because it is so bloody hot. I am melting. So I'm going to send you up to someone. My bed. But that's not something can do so easily. Gotta get a hold of my life. Let's see. Body will be. Ba ba ba. There we go. So again, I'm gonna send you up to Hikari because I almost never really see them. So I thought I'd have a bit of fun with them. Again, if you're at all interested, please consider joining Discord, following Twitter and YouTube, all the good stuff. And please do give the Patreon a look, because everything on there goes to support this future stream. With the way Twitch is going right now, it is more important than ever for you, if you wish to support your creators, think about direct donations and supporting Patreons rather than subs and bits. It does actually make a much bigger difference to us than you'd think. But yes, go show Hikari some love. As I said, fingers crossed, art stream tomorrow. Still gotta test some stuff. Want to try and get that aspect ratio fixed. But anyway, again, thank you all for everyone for the follows. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope I've at least been somewhat entertaining. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.